the same for everyone. Okay, everyone, no matter you are module A, B, or C, you all have to know this. Okay, so this is the preparation step before the hypothesis testing. So I would expect you that in the oral exam, okay, or in your technical test, you have to understand what they are, why we need to do this kind of analysis. For example, I will ask you, what is validity? Okay, you will have about 30 seconds to 45 seconds to tell me the definition. Then you will tell me that how many techniques that we can use that we learn in the class to test the validity. Okay, so you name it and briefly tell me what kind of program and how is the step that you test it. That's it for your oral exam. Okay, so it depends on your luck whether you get this kind of question or you get this kind of question, correlation table. Okay, so for correlation table, let's go one by one. Okay, so normally descriptive table and reliability will go together. Okay, they will be the same question. If you pick the question randomly, okay, you have to explain the sample. Okay, you will, based on the information in the table, you have to tell me how you understand the sample. If the sample is student, if the sample is full-time workers, and then all of them is, for example, like very young, will that have a bias on your study, something like that? And reliability, what is reliability, how many techniques we can test this? Okay, so normally this one will be one question. The second one will be validity, because validity is quite a big question because it has two sub validity here, so you have to understand them, okay? And finally, normally they will go together, bias test and correlation table. Bias is quite simple, straight to the point, right? So sometimes we try to understand whether our data have a lot of bias, okay? Remember, this is that we know that whether our data have problem with bias, we cannot solve it with this kind of test, okay? And finally, your correlation table. So last time I emphasized a lot about correlation table because it provides a lot of information. The first one is whether the correlation is significant or not. The second one is whether the correlation is high or not. Okay, too high, over 70% is not good. Okay, and the third one is the direction, whether the relationship is positive or negative. Okay, so the three things you need to remember when you try to explain the table. Okay, so that is for the oral exam. For the technical exam, okay, technical exam it will depend on your module. Okay, but I expect all of you have to know how to test this. Okay, for technical exam, open book, open note, open internet. Okay, you can ask for. You can search for internet anything based on your computers, okay? As long as you can finish it on time. Okay. So for technical exam, try to practice on your computers, and then you will have easier time. Okay. And the second will be hypothesis testing. Okay. So the first part is the data preparation. This is not yet go to hypothesis testing, and this one will be my requirement for your exam. So for module 8, I will expect you to be able to do path analysis by SEM alone. Okay. And for mediation, today you will learn module 4. Okay, because survey test is quite outdated. Okay, I do not recommend you to use survey test to test the mediation. Okay, so I switch to this one, although this one is not SEM, totally not SEM. But I think it will be important for your thesis. So I hope that you can do this today. For moderation, okay, we learned about moderation last time, remember? Okay, using SEM. And today we also will learn how to do that with bootstrapping. Okay, so normally I will give you a choice in the exam. Okay, so I will ask you which you can select one method that you like, as long as you can provide a correct output. For module B, yes, you have to be master everything in here, theoretically and technically. Okay, theoretically means that when I ask you, I give you a box, a table, Okay, I give you around 5 minutes to take a look at the tables. You have to explain to me what technique they are using, how to see, how to check the result, whether they are strong enough or whether they are significant. Okay, so that is model B. Okay, yeah, so you have to prepare for that one. Okay, for model C, this is your preparation.